Hi viewers, welcome to my channel. This is Favor. If today is the first time you are coming here, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so that each time I upload a new video, you will be the first to be notified. Guys, today's video is going to be about I'm going to be telling you some of the things that you shouldn't do before you get married. That's if you're in a relationship, some of the things you don't need to do before getting married. Actually, if you're in a relationship, there are some things that you need not to do so that if the relationship breaks up, you won't regret, or if tomorrow you get married, you won't regret, because some of the things are things that if you do, you might regret when you eventually get married, or if you don't get married, you will start regretting. So these are some of the things that you need to know before getting into any serious relationship. Okay, viewers, my first point is do not be too stick to each other 24/7. Why do I say this? Come on, you both are individual adults that can function pretty well without any other person, or you can function on your own. So why don't you enjoy your personal freedom before marriage? If you take yourself and entangle with somebody you don't even know if it's going to work or not, I don't say that you're in a relationship and you don't know if the relationship is going to go ahead or not, but you might plan for something and it doesn't work out the way you planned. So if you stick yourself to it too much, it's going to disturb you when things doesn't work out the way you thought. So if you enjoy your personal freedom, you come to realize when you get married, even when you get married, succeed to get married, you realize that personal freedom was as important as couple freedom. So that is just my piece of advice, that you shouldn't be too stick to your partner. At least do it in a kind of moderate way. Okay, guys, the next point is do not hide your fears about marriage to your partner. Like, do not feel that if you don't try to be open to him, tell him your fears, always saying out your fears about marriage is not a crime. Yeah, it's not a crime. Try to tell your partner, I fear marriage, or I don't want to get married because of, or one of the things that are scaring me about marriage is this and that. Tell them to understand. Yes, let them know that which is making you not happy or not liking to get married, or which are really holding you back from getting married. Try to explain your thoughts about your fear for marriage. Try to tell them what you fear about getting married. It's really important. If you tell them, it's going to help you. If tomorrow, if it's something that someone was supposed to amend, the person is going to amend it so fast. And even if tomorrow it doesn't work out, you're not going to regret. And if it works out, at least the person has already heard your fears, and he or she is going to know how to handle situations like that. Okay, guys, the next point is do not take your partner for granted. Okay, while you're still dating, you don't need to take your partner for granted. Don't treat him as though he's already your spouse. With your husband or your wife, you can always do anything. Like, you can talk to them anyhow. There are times that you and your husband can be in the house, and maybe he might tell you this and you also tell him this. You just do some kind of things and it's going to end there. But if you want to try with someone with whom you're not married yet, the person might run. Yeah, the person might run away from you. Don't try to be too rude. Don't try to be too, like, you're too harsh. Don't try to be too behave like, we are already married. You say up, you say that, the person might actually change his or her mind, and tomorrow if it doesn't work, you will start regretting that, oh, had it been I knew, I won't have treated this person like my husband already. So guys, please let us be very careful the way we behave, and the way we handle such situations or matters like that. The second point is do not have a joint account. Oh, some people can do things so. Don't try that. Don't try to have a joint account with somebody you've not gotten married to yet. I know when you're in a relationship, everything you think at that time is everything is going to work the way you planned, or you feel like everything, all of you people are just one and you should do things one. I remember that when I was in a relationship with my husband, he used to show me, like, he gives me all his money to keep. Sometimes he will give me to hold. Sometimes he will give me even his card, his bank card. He will tell me how much is in account, all that. And I'll be like, oh, this guy. But you know what? It's not everybody that can be like that. Don't try it. Don't try to have a joint account. We didn't even have a joint account, but he was just trying to be open up to show me that he's so free with me and he can do everything just for it to work. So, guys, having a joint account is something that is horrible because money is a very sensitive something. Even after marriage, you will realize that money is not something to joke with, though. So, it's not something that you have to put yourself all like you're too excited. He's my husband, he's my fiance, I'm in a relationship with him, and therefore everything should go that way. Don't try that, because if you try that, if tomorrow if people break up or the marriage doesn't work, because you can plan things, like I always say, you can plan something and it doesn't work the way you actually plan it. So don't even try of having a joint account with someone you haven't married yet. Don't try that, it's so risky. Okay, guys, the next point is that never you have the same plan, the same wedding plans with your friend. And yeah, your friend might be having a very, very, a colorful wedding, and you wish yours would have been like that. It's not a crime to like admire the wedding, but do not try to fit yourself into it. Try to plan something that your friend did, or you are discussing with your friend, telling them that this is how I want my wedding to look like. Your friend says this is how my wedding is going to look like. You also say this is how your wedding is going to look like, of which you can't even afford. If tomorrow you happen to get married and you can't afford what you were comparing to, it's going to be a problem. You'll not feel well. If tomorrow you don't get married, you start thinking that this marriage, this wedding that I've planned for. So it is better you do it your own way. Or if it's time to get married, try to plan it your own way, in your own level, such that you will not have any problem at the end. This is like, it's good. It's a base. It's one of the bases of a relationship, like trying to share your thoughts on, yeah, yeah, like your ancestors, like things that you've been doing before, or who you've been with, how, what actually made you to leave the person with whom you were, if I thought you had somebody, if you have never had, and all of that. Or this person has been asking you out, this person has been pursuing you in this area. It's good to tell your partner at that time all that. It's not bad, it's one of the bases, sharing is one of the bases of a relationship. But one thing is, you it becomes excess when you start saying that you love the way the person was treating you, and maybe the person would have done this, all those kind of things, trying to tell the partner now that maybe the person was treating you better, or the reason you don't know, but actually you came to the person maybe because of this and that person to maybe this part of you, the person might. So all those ones like that, they are not important in the relationship. Don't try that. Just tell them the basis, what you know that they need to know, not what is going to irritate them. It won't work like that. It's not going to be healthy for none of you. So try to avoid sharing too much of your excesses. I mean it. Don't. Okay, guys, the next point is, do not tell your partner a lie. Lies is a ridiculous something. Yeah, lies is a ridiculous something, like I will always say. But who doesn't tell lies? I think nobody, because even if you don't tell lies in this end, you tell it in one way or the other. But what we are seeing here is, the kind of lies I'm telling you, I'm talking about now. You should be truthful to your partner. Make sure you tell them everything that they need to know and everything that is truthful, because if you build your relationship on lies, you are building it on a wrong foundation. That's the wrong foundation you are building for your relationship. Yeah. Because lies might end might finally end the relationship. Yeah, because if I come to discover that you've been lying to them and they won't like to continue. And if you get married and your spouse discover that you've been lying to them always or all day, is going to be make them to regret, or even you yourself, you are going to regret, because the lies, what the lies will cause the person to do is not going to be a nice thing. So let's try as much as trying to be faithful, to be truthful to our loved ones. Yeah. Okay, guys, the next point is, do not keep your thoughts to yourself. Like, you shouldn't just be that one that is just listening. Yeah, you shouldn't just be a listener. At least you should have something to contribute. There should be something. It shouldn't be that the man or your partner is just so right. It shouldn't be that the girl is right or the boy is always right. No, try to reason out things together. If your partner does something that you know that is not correct, try to bring in your own point, so that you two will sit and see how to work on it together. If you have an idea, bring up the idea. You both see how you work with it. But if you sit quiet and the marriage doesn't work tomorrow, after you've suffered or done other things to make it work, you start asking yourself that probably is because you didn't do this or you didn't do that. Maybe if you had done it, it would have bettered the relationship or lead the relationship to marriage. And if you get married tomorrow and a lot of things are going wrong, you start asking yourself questions like, oh, had it been I was discussing, I brought out or brought in my thoughts, it would have helped. So try as much as bringing your thought. Don't just be a listener always, try to bring out your thoughts. Yeah. Okay, guys, I think I've come to the end of the video. The video was taking too long, so I had to cut it. There are so many points, but I just had to select these ones that I thought, that I should share with you guys. So if anyone have any other point that you think that it's so important and it's good, you can drop it at the comment section. And guys, if you find this video interesting, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And guys, I would like to hear your own points or your views on the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe. I love you all. Bye bye.